Pinili ko po si Congressman Atienza po dahil una po yung pagsiservisyo niya sa taong bayan ay matagal na po ang ilang taon na po. More than 50 years ang kanyang pagsiservisyo, paglilingkod sa bayan. At nakita ko yung sinceridad niya.
Nakita ko ang kanyang pagsisikap. Nakita ko ang kanyang determinasyon. Manny Pacquiao, magbabago ng direksyon ng buhay ng Pilipino.
You just heard from the standard bearer, Senator Manny Pacquiao, and what many consider an unexpected update, Buhay Party List Representative Lito Atienza.
The two kicked off the filing of certificates of candidacy, which began earlier today. But other than the surprise tandem, questions now abound if the Pacquiao camp is finally letting go of its hold on PDP-Laban. Good evening, I'm Gretchen Ho.
I'm Robbie Alakpay, you're watching The Big Story. With Atienza out of the radar until today, how exactly did this unexpected tandem come about?
And with them running under the ticket of PROMD party, does this mean they're letting go of the party squabble within PDP-Laban? Greg Gregorio has the big story.
The country's election season has officially begun. Candidates have started to file their certificates of candidacy on Friday. Waiting for them at the Sofitel Hotel in Pasay are throngs of supporters clad in banners and shirts. Many of them have been waiting for presidential aspirant Senator Manny Pacquiao, but they were in for a surprise when he arrived with his politico in his iconic floral polo. Buhay Party List Representative Lito Atienza, his eventual running mate.
Pinili ko po si Congressman Atienza po dahil una po yung pagsiservisyo niya sa taong bayan ay matagal na po ang ilang taon na po. More than 50 years ang kanyang pagsiservisyo, paglilingkod sa bayan. At nakita ko yung sinceridad niya.
Not the first surprise this election though. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno just paired himself with a Dr. Willie Ong. For a political pundit, this seems to be the new name of the game.
Well, we've seen this already in 2015 in the run-up to the 2016 election. So it's not going to be impossible to see more surprises happening in the next few days.
Pacquiao and Atienza seem to be kindred spirits. Their religious belief weighs heavy on their stance against same-sex marriage and reproductive health, save for Pacquiao's favoring of the death penalty. But there's more to unpack with Pacquiao and Atienza's filing. They're bannering Cebu-based party Probinsya Muna Development Initiative or PROMD. The Pimentel camp of PDP-Laban earlier nominated Pacquiao as their presidential bet, but the other faction, that of Alfonso Cusis, is endorsing Senator Bongo, raising question as to which is the legitimate PDP-Laban. So does this mean Pacquiao is already throwing in the towel?
Alliance po yan sa PDP-Laban, PROMD and PCM. Tatlong P po yan. Kaya tinatawag namin ang MP3. Tatlong P po yan na magkasama. At dahil sa may problema po ang ating partido ng PDP, minabuti na lang po na ng napagkasunduan namin na PROMD ang gagamitin natin.
For Atienza, they're just being pragmatic.
Dahil yung PDP-Laban dalawang piraso. Meron naman solid political party na nag-endorse at mag-nominate sa amin. Kaya ako naman, maluwag sa akin tanggapin yung PROMD since hindi naman bago sa akin yung kanilang ideolohiya.
Day 1 filing concluded with 6 presidential aspirants, 3 for vice president, 14 for senator, and 18 party lists. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
What's next for PDP-Laban? And is a common ruling on which camp is legitimate still necessary at this point? To hear his thoughts, we have Senator Coco Pimentel of PDP-Laban. Senator, welcome to the big story.
Thank you, Robbie, Gretchen, and to all of your viewers. Magandang gabi po.
Sir, ano po ibig sabihin nito? From the partido po yan. What does that mean for PDP-Laban? At saka yung ipinaglalaban niyo po na kayo ang lehitimong partido.
Kami po ang lehitimong PDP-Laban. Precisely, meron kaming alliance with From D and People's Champ Movement. At in the future, lalaki pa po itong MP3 alliance na ito. So, wala po to. Wala po tong epekto sa legitimacy po namin because ang amin namang position is if you trace the history of PDP-Laban, if you trace trace the reports, the paper trail, it all will come back to me, to my headquarters and to my group in PDP-Laban.
Okay, now in the meantime po, ito po, nagulat ang mga tao. Bakit po si Lito Atienza for Vice President? Matagal na po ba pinag-uusapan to? Kanina parang may nabasa ako na last minute daw to.
You better ask our presidential candidate, Senator Manny Pacquiao, to give you the inside story. Pero alam po namin lahat ito, yung nasa close group niya, core group niya. So kasi matagal na talaga yan silang magkasama. Actually sa housing platform of government ni Senator Manny Pacquiao, si Vice Presidential candidate Lito Atienza plays a very big role. Yun yung may project pala siya nung time na mayor siya ng Manila na napahanga doon si Senator Manny Pacquiao kasi once upon a time he availed of that program of Mayor Lito Atienza. So, ano na po ito? You better ask him. Mas maganda ang kwento kung nanggagaling po kay Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Sige, maraming salamat po, Senator Coco Pimentel of PDP-Laban.
Salamat din po. Thank you.
12 seats in the Senate are also up for grabs next year, have already applied, some of whom are re-election lists while others are seeking a comeback. Antique Representative Loren Ligar and Sorsogon Governor Chis Escudero filed their COCs as they both are eyeing seats in the upper chamber. Senator Risa Ontiveros is gunning for a re-election. She's hoping to end what she calls Duterterism. Also seeking Senate posts are former Pagsanhan Laguna Mayor Abner Apuang and former Senate Secretary Lutgardo Barco. Other interesting aspirants include pet owner advocate Norman Marquez and retiree advocate Romeo Plasquita, among others.
These are the other big stories tonight. In a day of surprises, Mayor Sara Duterte remains adamant that she will not be gunning for the presidency, but her actions as seen on social media say otherwise. Metro Manila stays under alert level 4, but capacity for indoor facilities have been increased. Gyms and fitness centers have also finally been allowed to operate. And the country just crowned its first openly out Miss Universe as Beatrice Gomez bags the crown. These big stories after the break.
Good evening. You're still watching The Big Story. I'm Robbie Alampay.
And I'm Gretchen Ho. Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte remains firm that she will not be seeking a national post after her father opted to run for vice president.
But it seems as though the president's daughter is still toying with idea, especially with some of her recent posts on social media. Ben Baños with the details.
Will she or will she not? The guessing game continues. Time and again, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte has reiterated she will not be running for president in 2022. She said the same last night during hugpong ng pagbabagos virtual oath-taking. Her reason remains the same.
Na may pagsabot nga siya, mudagan siya og national, ang iyang gusto, mudagan og vice president. Human ako, mudagan ko lokal nga posisyon.
But her supporters continue to make the push. A mass and motorcade was held on Friday for the supporters and volunteers of Mayor Sara. But the presidential daughter herself is teasing a possible run for chief executive. One Davao-based campaigner shared this photo of Mayor Sara holding a sweatshirt with the phrase Sara All 2022. On Friday, Duterte even shared a video urging her to throw her hat into the ring. Analysts are now looking into the possibility of Sara replacing her father should he back out of the race. COMELEC allows for substitutions until November 15, provided that a candidate dies, gets disqualified, or withdraws. The replacement, however, should be from the same party or coalition. This rule allowed President Duterte to run for president in 2016.
May humaba yung waiting game. Humaba ba yung period ng paghihintay. So hindi natin masabi na tapos na talaga hanggat hindi natatapos yung deadline for the filing ng substitution.
But Mayor Sara and her father are not in the same party. That's why it's now wait-and-see mode if a party mate of hers will file for a national position. Should that be the case, they have one more deadline to hit. May 9, 2022, noon time of election day, when a candidate may still be replaced due to death or disqualification. But they have to have the same surname. Question is, will this still strategy work?
Sa leader dapat hindi ka indecisive, hindi ka matagal magdesisyon. Paano isipin ng mga tao, paano yan pag presidente ka?
Reporting for News 5, Mean Los Baños, we are One News.
Vice President Leni Robredo transfers her voter registration from Naga City to Magarao Town in Camarines Sur. Robredo's spokesman Barry Gutierrez said she did so to be consistent with her actual residence at the advice of her lawyers. Gutierrez also dismissed speculations that the move meant Robredo will run as Camsur governor. He stressed that the VP has yet to decide on her plans, including her much-anticipated presidential bid. Speaking of presidency, ex-House Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano said he will not run for chief executive in 2022. Cayetano told a radio interview that he wants to propose a 5-year plan to presidentiables instead.
The fight in the locals is set to be just as exciting, with many seeking re-election, like Pasig Mayor Vico Soto. JC Cosico has this story.
Seeking another term, Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto filed his certificate of candidacy in COMELEC Pasig Friday morning. His parents, actors Connie Reyes and Vic Soto, accompanied him, just like they did in 2018. The 32-year-old hopes to surpass what he has already done for the city.
Sa procurement pa lang, sa pagbubukas pa lang ng bidding, nasa 1 billion pesos per year ang natitipid ng gobyerno na dating napupunta sa korupsyon. So yan pa lang ang laki na ng reforma na napakilala natin.
But unlike his maiden run, Vico this time will be fighting alongside a partner. Running as his vice mayor is former Pasig Congressman Dodot Jaworski Jr., who is breaking his 14-year hiatus from politics after losing to former Pasig Mayor Bobby Eusebio. He says Vico convinced him to give it another shot.
Mayor Vico asked for my support, and I told him I'm willing to help him in any which way I can. Nais kong ibaba ang council sa grassroots. I don't think it's right na ang tao pumipila sa City Hall para mapakinggan ang kanilang mga hinaing.
Over in Quezon City, Mikey Belmonte, who will run as 2nd District Councilor, was first to file his COC. Father and daughter Godofredo and Shaira Liban also filed to be councilors of QC's 2nd and 5th districts respectively. Former TV reporter Dolan Castro is also giving it a try as he files to be 1st District Councilor. Valenzuela Mayor Rex Gatchalian this time is seeking a House seat. In a tweet, Gatchalian said this will be his third term should he win in the polls. Albay 2nd District Representative Joey Salceda also filed the COC for re-election. MMDA General Manager Jojo Garcia, on the other hand, is set to vacate his post come October 4, as he will be running as congressman in Rizal's 3rd District. The COC filing for the 2022 polls will continue until October 8. For News 5, JC Cosico, We Are One News.
For the big story in sports, Las Pilipinas women will stay in Division A after a hard-fought victory over India, 74-70. After 3 demoralizing blowouts to start the 2021 FIBA Women's Asia Cup campaign, the Gilas women were able to finally snatch a victory. Janine Pontejos and Kate Castillo scored 22 points each, combining for the team's 11 three-pointers in the game. Afril Bernardino, who has been consistent for the team, unleashed an all-around game with 9 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, and 4 blocks. And with the victory, Gilas ended the tournament at 7th place, assuring its spot in the FIBA Women's top division. In the PBA, the Meralco Bolts will move on to the semifinals after defeating the NLEX Road Warriors 97-86. After losing their twice-to-beat disadvantage, Meralco made sure to shut any of NLEX's runs during the game to secure the victory. Chris Newsome led the way for the Bolts with 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. Meralco will face the Magnolia Hotshots in the semifinals.
Beatrice Gomez is the newly crowned Miss Universe Philippines. The tattooed Cebuana beauty took the competition by storm, as she also bagged the Best in Swimsuit and Best in Evening Gown awards.
Of course, malapit na po yung the international competition. So I'll be focusing on that. I want to be prepared and gusto ko talagang ipaglaban yung Pilipinas.
Beatrice is the first out and proud LGBTQ+ member to ever win the Miss Universe title. But for the beauty queen, this should not be the highlight of her reign.
For me, it's something na we should normalize it. Yung idea na we exist.
Former Asia's Next Top model Maureen Roblowitz was first runner-up, while fan fave Steffi Rose Aberasturi of Cebu was second runner-up. Taguig's Katrina De Maranan won Miss Universe Philippines Tourism, while Victoria Velasquez Vincent of Cavite won Miss Universe Philippines Charity. Will Bea clinch another Miss Universe crown for the Philippines? We'll find out when the Miss Universe pageant kicks off in Israel this December. Meanwhile, 5 programs under TV5 and Signal emerged as national winners at the Asian Academy Creative Awards. This is Asia Pacific's most prestigious awards for creative excellence. Maha Salvadora's Best Actress in a Leading Role for Niña Niño, which also bagged the Best Drama Series. Singaling won in Best Non-Scripted Entertainment, while The Wall Philippines for Best Adaptation of an Existing Format. Our Ibasa 5 got the Best Promo or Trailer. National Winners Conference will be held on November 29 and 30, and the award ceremonies on December 2 and 3. For News 5, MJ Marfori, We Are One News.
Time for another quick break. More of the big stories when we return.
Good evening. You're still watching The Big Story. I'm Robbie Alampay.
And I'm Gretchen Ho. Gyms and fitness centers have finally been allowed to reopen under NCR's current alert level 4, but only for the vaccinated.
This is definitely a joy for gym owners who have been preparing for months since they last operated. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez has the story.
After nearly 18 months in limbo, gyms and fitness studios are finally getting a break. Though Metro Manila will remain under alert level 4 for 2 more weeks, gyms have been allowed to be open at 20% capacity for fully vaccinated individuals. Owners are overjoyed but still have to await specific guidelines from the DTI.
5 full months lang kami nakapag-operate. Kaya sa amin, kahit gaano kaliit yan na porsyento, tatanggapin namin.
The IATF imposed other conditions on them. 1. All gym staff must be fully vaccinated. 2. Face mask must be worn at all times. And 3. No group activities shall be allowed. And the gyms say they've been asking for this for a long time and have studied other countries' experience.
Kami ang nagmungkahi na hindi dapat 1 meter kapag ikaw ay nag-e-exercise. Is anywhere from 2 meters to 4 meters.
The IATF approved the additional 10% capacity for dine-in, personal care, and in-person religion services for fully vaccinated individuals under Alert Level 4. NEDA Secretary Carl Chua has reiterated that the economy can't afford hard lockdowns anymore, with the country's debt ballooning.
Yung ating long-run total cost ng COVID, both to the present and future society, ay aabot na sa 41.4 trillion.
Meanwhile, the IATF says it will also soon shorten the quarantine period for incoming travelers. Currently, passengers have to quarantine for at least 7 or 10 days, depending on which country they came from. The National Capital Region will stay under Level 4 until October 15. The IATF so far has not made any decisions on when to expand the 5-level alert system nationwide. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
It's no secret that Filipinos love to emulate their game from some of the best in the NBA. But these boys from Bohol certainly took it to a whole new level. Find out more in my report.
The dunk of death by Vince Carter over Frederick Weiss.
Michael double-teamed on the drive, in for the left, gets chased into the corner, comes right back.
Michael Jordan's infamous poster over Patrick Ewing. And LeBron James' alley-oop dunk. The craziest and most amazing dunks relived by these Boholanos. Meet Team Kaloy, a group of friends who recreated these dunks and more right in their backyard court.
Nag-3v3 lang po kami noon. Tapos naisipan namin na gumawa ng video kagaya ng kay Vince Carter over Frederick Weiss.
Their videos were instant hits on Facebook and YouTube, but creating them is no easy feat.
Umaabot po ng 10 takes. Ganun po. Para ma-perfect yung isang video. Naghihintay lang kami na may nagre-request sa amin sa comment section sa YouTube. Tapos yun yung ginagawa namin.
Team leader Kaloy is the designated dunker, and he may be small at 5'6", but he more than makes up for it with his hops. He even dreams of becoming a professional dunker, but the videos wouldn't be complete without the supporting cast. Kaloy's friends, Gabriel, John Paul, Raymond, and James.
Bakit niyo patuloy na ginagawa ito kahit na dinadakdakan kayo ni Kaloy?
Para po yung mga supporter namin, din sila. Masisiyahan sa aming ginagawa.
Most of Team Kaloy had to stop schooling due to the lack of resources for online learning amid the pandemic. For them, this means they can focus on creating more basketball videos and growing their YouTube channel.
Gusto lang po namin ma-inspire yung ibang tao na hindi pa po kabisado sa ganitong ginawa namin.
So, ang pangarap ko dito sa aming channel is makapaghatid lang ng good vibes po sa iba't ibang mga tao, lalo na ngayong pandemic.
For Team Kaloy, making these dunk videos is their way of staying in shape and spreading good vibes. But they also have a message for fellow basketball fans during the pandemic.
Sa mga kabataan po ngayon na mahilig sa sa cellphone, sa mga gadgets, lumabas din kayo, mag-exercise na din kayo para sa immune system din natin yan.
Pero wear mask pa rin.
Opo,
Wear mask
pa rin.
Let's disinfect yourselves.
Gretchen Ho, We Are One News.
What an inspiring bunch, Robbie.
Ganda naman. Mabuti pinicture mo ay for the record, subscriber ako niyan sa YouTube.
Totoo ba? Nakakatuwa.
Subscriber. Ang tawag ko nga dyan, The Goats.
Di ba? Hindi, nakakatuwa sila kasi actually out of school youth na sila dahil they had to stop schooling because of the pandemic and they certainly made the most out of it. Robbie, October 1, we got 1 quarter left to the year. What's your take on that? It's been a crazy day today.
It's been a crazy day talaga and paumpisa pa lang tayo. Hindi lang sa first quarter heading into 2022. But teka, ayoko mo nang iwan yung basketball. Gusto ko rin sabihin, top fan din tayo ng Gilas women's team, ha?
Tama. At Division A pa rin tayo. Napakagaling nila. Volleyball, AVC, manood po kayo. It started today and up until October 3, the pool play. Please do watch and support our Philippine team. Well, we've got a loaded weekend. Yes. That wraps up today's Big Story. Catch us again Monday at 8 p.m. on Signals Channels 8 and 250.
Please like our Facebook page, One News. For more in-depth analysis, visit our webpage, onenews.ph. Mask on.
Wash hands.
And stay safe, Philippines. Ako po si Robbie Alampay.
At ako naman si Gretchen Ho. We are One News. Have a good weekend.